Hindi cinema. Hindi is a main film industry of India, but it is understood all over South Asia. That means from Pakistan to Bangladesh to Sri Lanka excluded. Sri Lanka is more of Tamil and Sinhalese, and in Nepal and Afghanistan, Hindi is understood, but the films is watched. Now, today I'm not talking of Hindi cinema. I'm talking of a small cinema in India. But since Ashwin had talked about Hindi cinema, I'll just briefly tell you that in India we have some around 18 major languages in which cinema is made, and Hindi is one of them. And some of the languages in which film is made is far bigger than Hindi, like Tamil, Telugu, like Kannada and Malayalam. There are 4 South Indian states. They make large number of films, and in terms of revenue, they are bigger than the Hindi. Now, Hindi is the major language of North India, and we make around 911 films every year. And by that, it is too big an industry. Before I go into this, because some of this logic could be applied to Bhojpuri also. Bhojpuri is a very small region in eastern India. Is that the question which comes to my mind? I have been teaching cinema elsewhere, outside India, and the one question which comes to my mind, and also to the people who listen to me, is how Hindi and Indian films have survived in the face of very powerful Hollywood. We have survived because the only reason which I can think of, that we make so bad movies, we make absolutely no song and drama. I mean, there is no post-production, there is no quality. The lack of quality that Hollywood tried to make films, but they could not make as bad as we make. So we survived. India is a country of more than a population which is as big as China, almost as big as China, and the whole Europe put together, and I mean even England put together is less than the population of India. I come from a city, Delhi. Ashwin has been with us, and it has a population of 21 million. So most of the cities, when I was working on films, small film, I realized that many of these countries, like Denmark, like Austria, wherever I have taught, they have a population of not more than 8 to 9 million. The country, I'm talking of a city, poorest in economic meter. They're one of the poorest, and they have made not once, not twice, but thrice, from 1960s, then again 1980, and then again 2000. They have had 3 major attempts at making films. Now the question which I'll raise is, it's not important whether you know the language. It's not important whether you know the existence of Bhojpuri language. That's not important. Important thing is at what stage a language gets a cinema. How poorest people get cinema. The language which does not even have its own grammar and syntax. It has syntax but not grammar, no literature. At what stage does it get a cinema? Bhojpuri being spoken in 2 of the states, especially 2 of the states, but it's also spoken in some of the countries where people from Bihar and UP have gone, like Fiji, like Suriname, like Mauritius, like British Guyana. Everywhere you have Bhojpuri speaking people. They have carried their language with themselves. It still doesn't have a literature. It still doesn't have a grammar, and yet it has a very versatile film. If it had made 1 or 2 films, probably I would not have bothered. But it makes 280 films in a year. It's a massive number for a people who are migrants, who are laborers, who are very, very poor. Many of the people don't have an income of more than $3 to $4 per day. The region is economically very poor, and main economic profession is agriculture, and that too kharif. Kharif means rice and paddy-based crop, with almost no industries. Now, with almost no land reform, almost no land reform has taken place. Some people are very rich, some people are very poor, some people may have 1,000 acres of land, some people may not have even 1 acre of land. The income diversity is huge. And unequal distribution of landed plots and low level of technology employed, agriculture was not able to employ people or create an agricultural middle class who had the purchasing power. You need purchasing power to buy the cinema tickets. You don't have that. You need to have disposable income to do that. You don't have that. The banks gave the lowest credit to farming sector in UP and Bihar. in this area, with credit deposit ratio being the lowest in the country. Credit deposit ratio is that how much of money you deposit in the bank, and generally that particular state, how much of money the people borrow from that, how much of money the bank would lend. This is called credit deposit ratio. It's poorest there. And as a result, this region accounted for largest out-migration from the region to industrial Gujarat. Gujarat is a Western Indian state from where today the Prime Minister comes. It's a very prosperous state. Or Maharashtra, where you have Mumbai, or agriculture Punjab, where you have the northern state where a lot of agriculture takes place. Three major areas where people from Bihar and UP have migrated. Bhojpuri, now we talk about the language, is essentially a branch of Sanskrit. Sanskrit is an ancient language. Sanskritic Hindi group of languages which shares the syntax and script with three North Indian languages in which ancient scripts are written: Hindi, Awadhi and Braji. You don't need to know them, but all is very, very important is that these are the languages we developed in medieval India around 14th century. These languages developed. Out of that, colloquialism, every region, every locality had a colloquial dialect coming from this. India diversity, linguistic diversity is huge. So we are talking about every 4 miles the language changes. It's huge. It's an unsurmountable problem. English remains the only connecting language. Hindi, thanks to the films, and the popularity of Hindi films is that even in southernmost India, some people now smattering of Hindi they understand, but they don't speak, they don't like to speak. They consider Hindi, as we consider English to be a colonial language, they consider Hindi to be language which is imposed in them. So they don't feel like speaking. What is worth probing about Bhojpuri? Bhojpur is a place, and that is why it's Bhojpuri. Bhojpur, that despite having millions of speakers and hundreds of films made, it is still a dialect and not a language and does not have any worthwhile literature. So when it is not even a full-fledged language, how come it got a vibrant cinema not once, not twice, but thrice? And films are successful, by the way. Is it really that we are jumping over that grammar? We don't need a grammar, we don't need a literature, because cinema becomes a literature? My proposition could be that it's quite possible. It must be argued that with the cheaper technology, very, very cheap technology, just a handheld camera and a laptop, the films are made. In fact, there are other film industries also, which if I tell you, it will be so hilarious, how they use the film and film technology. It's really hilarious. Everyone in the family becomes an actor. It's a Nasik, it's called Nasik in Maharashtra, near Mumbai. It's called Malegaon. And they don't have trolley, they can't afford trolley, they can't afford even what do you call, the boom stands. So what do? Is they have a bullock cart, they have a huge bullock cart. So one person sits here and one person sits there. They tie the camera, and if this side has to go, they just go up like this. And they have a pole. They tie it with a rope and a bicycle, and the bicycle, on the handle of the bicycle, they tie the camera, and that becomes a trolley. And when I saw the first time, I was really marveling at how poverty teaches you innovation. It's beautiful. You make a film, you run a film, and everyone, my brother, my sister, my in-laws, my parents, everyone acts in that. So, I mean, the entire film is made in-house, literally in family. And then it is marketed. A state within a state, that language motivated the first film in the language. And now, because of this political and economic revival of one of the major Bhojpuri-speaking states, that is Bihar and UP, that Bhojpuri films are on upswing. We'll come back to that later. Let me conclude. Again, I'll just repeat, I've been talking about it. Bhojpuri cinema is a small and not traditional cinema. Its success was crude technology and unknown actors. The out-migration had a role in its success, definitely. In the city of Punjab, in Amritsar, very famous city, the 8 cinema theatres, 6 were running. It's a Punjabi-dominated area. They don't speak Bhojpuri. 6 film theatres would be showing only Bhojpuri, which, because of that, there were rights also there. But no more than that overseas territories' contribution to Hindi. Like, I mean, you can't say that overseas territories only contributed to Hindi. Hindi cinema is survived only because it is popular in India as well. The real reason for success was political revival of Bihar. And I think one word is missing here, is in UP. I think beneath here, I think one word, like poor technology went out. So it is like that. Thank you very much.